Could you explain the difference between zakat and zakat al-fitra?
As far as the difference between zakat and zakat al-fitr is concerned, number one, as we discussed earlier, a few days back, that zakat means to purify, to cleanse, to increase. And zakat al-fitr means a purifying charity for the breaking of fast specifically. So the first is purification of your wealth and surplus amount, etc. That is zakat. Zakat al-fitr is purification of the breaking of the fast, means purification of the fast you have kept from the minor sins you have committed, or the obscene talks, or the empty talks. That's number one. Number two, that zakat is mainly given on the wealth. It's meant for purifying your wealth, your surplus wealth, if it is above the nisab level. As far as zakat al-fitr is concerned, it is meant for purification of your fast from empty talks, from obscene talks, all the minor sins that you might have done in the month of Ramadan while fasting. So it purifies that. Number three, zakat should be given by every Muslim who has a surplus wealth above the nisab level. And the nisab level for normal things, whether gold, silver, wealth, etc., is equivalent to 85 grams of gold and 595 grams of silver. If it's cattle, then we discussed earlier that sheep, more than 40, you have to give one sheep, etc., etc. For the farm produce, if without irrigation, it is 10%, with irrigation 5%, etc. So basically, it should be given by those people who are sahib nisab, who have extra wealth, surplus wealth. As far as zakat al-fitr is concerned, every Muslim, whether slave or free, young or old, man or woman, should give zakat al-fitr unless he is very poor or miskeen or doesn't have the provision. This is the third difference. Fourth difference is that the recipient of zakat, there are 8 categories. As mentioned in Surah Tawbah, chapter number 9, verse number 60, fuqara, the poor people, masakin, the needy, amilun, those involved in collecting of zakat, muallafatul qulub, those whose hearts are coming towards Islam. Number 5, rikab, freeing of slaves. Number 6 is gharimun, the debtors. Number 7 is fi sabilillah, in the way of Allah. And the 8th is ibn sabil, the wayfarer. These are the 8 categories who can receive zakat. As far as the recipient of zakat al-fitr is concerned, mention hadith of Sunan Abu Dawud, volume number 2, book of zakat, hadith number 1605, it should be given to the poor people. So the recipient are only the very poor and the miskin people who don't have the provision of food. That is the fourth difference. The fifth difference is that the time when it should be given. Zakat can be given any time of the year, though it has to be given when you have surplus wealth for 1 full year. That's the time it is due. But it can be given any time of the year. People prefer the month of Ramadan being a blessed month, but can be given any time of the year. As far as zakat al-fitr, it is limited time. You should give it before the Eid al-Fitr Salah, preferably before the poor people go to pray Salah. Or maximum permission is Eve of Eid al-Fitr or 1, 2 or 3 days before Eid. That's it. So limited 3-4 days time where zakat al-fitr can be given, whereas zakat, it can be given throughout the year. And the last difference is, as far as zakat al-fitr is concerned, it should be given in the form of food that we mentioned: rice, wheat, barley, raisin, dates, etc. But zakat can be given any form, in the form of money. It can be gold, it can be silver, it can be animal. So the equivalent amount can be any form. So these are the major 6 differences between zakat al-fitr and zakat.
Well, Dr. Zakir Naik, thank you very much once again. Jazakallah khair.